Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hedgen Lee with an update for the S&P 500 index. There is a very common continuation pattern that I had pointed out consistently not too long ago, and that has to do with it's called an inverted head and shoulders. We had one in the midst of the 2008 financial crisis. It pegged the bottom. And then we got another one. When everyone was coming out, all the bears were coming out calling for doom and gloom, for despair and the depression to come. Some were calling for S&P 500 to go to 100 or so, the Dow to go to 400, nutty. And in that midst, we got another head and shoulders. In this case, it was a continuation pattern. We had another one here. Boom. Now this really speaks to the fact that you have head and shoulders, but conjoined to it, sharing one of the shoulders, was an inverted head and shoulders bottom. So here's head and shoulders top. Everyone was saying, oh, the S&P is going to go to 0 or whatever. But the fact that it was conjoined to an inverted head and shoulders negated this head and shoulders top. During the elections, everyone was saying, oh, if Trump gets elected, there goes the S&P 500 index. Well, we had another head and shoulders continuation pattern. And not too long ago, we finished another one. And you know what? We're just getting out of it. We're just getting out of it. And if we look at the minimum for this, well, we're looking at the 3,700. In my last videos, I had been saying when we were down here or somewhere, from now into the Q1 at least, we should get 3,100 to 3,600. Well, I'm going to change that. I think we'll meet the 3,688 or 3,700 and exceed that, maybe hit 4K. The rationale is the minimum for this was well exceeded. Minimum for this was well exceeded. Same for this one. The minimum one for this was well exceeded. And I think this is a continuation pattern. The minimum for this will be well exceeded. Now the bears are coming out and saying, oh, don't forget, you're getting a bearish wedge. Absolutely. I mean, look, I don't disagree with the wedge pattern. I might be getting something like this. Okay? So that does not mean that you cannot have a correction. Sure you can. Look, we had a correction right here. We had a correction right here. Price can go like this, correct, and continue rising. And you know what? Price may go like this. You have another head and shoulders. Okay? So I think the fact that we're just getting out of this inverted head and shoulders is a bullish fact. The bears were wrong here, wrong for 10 years. And I'll say this, the guy who owns Elliott Wave International, Robert Prechter, the one who wrote the book that I recommend to you guys, Frost and Proctor, or you say Proctor. He was calling for Dow 400s. Here, kept doing it, and people who followed him not only followed him into the frying pan, but jumped into the oven, and then out of the oven they jumped into the oil cauldron, and they lost their shirts. Even into 2013, he was calling for a massive crash. And then when this came, all those perma bears came out, Proctor 2, saying, watch out, this might be it. Wrong. The bears were. If we look at the shorter term, yeah, we could have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a correction. Yes, and a correction, and then rise back up. Maybe December might be a bit of a correction month, and then rise back up. Likely to 36, 3,700. So my SPX ICI indicator, investor class indicator, which is using the 100-day moving average. Okay. When it crossed the downside, boy, the bears were saying, watch out, we're going to go to a new lower low. Past the 656 or so. Didn't happen. This is bullish piercing. Said it here during the elections, didn't happen. When people saw this thing, oh, this is the top, we're going down, we're going to soon go past 2K. Didn't happen. Bullish piercing. We may get another one, is all I'm saying. That's my alternate account. That we may get another bullish piercing. That'll be a BTFD, 1, 2, 3, number 4. But my primary account says that this inverted head and shoulders just finished, and we're going to go, I'd say 70% more directly towards the 3,700 to 4K. 30% maybe do another bullish piercing of the 100-day moving average. Very simple. What do you do meanwhile? You sit on your hands for an investor class, longer term perspective. All right, I hope you found this to be helpful. Have a good day.